everyone. Thank you so much for being on tonight. I am excited about this Zoom. You guys are going to hear so much good information, some golden nuggets from conference over the weekend. And I just want to shout all of you out who are actually at conference. You guys are amazing for sacrificing that time with your family, your weekends. You work Monday through Friday, so for you to be able to sacrifice that Saturday, Sunday, and even take off work on Friday to be there, you've invested in yourself, and time is one thing you just can't buy, and you've taken the time to be there, and I'm just really, really proud of you. Those people who show up are the ones that grow up, like they go up in their business. So shout out to you guys. I also want to quickly just say, if you were there and I didn't see you, I think I saw like 99% of you guys, or if you feel like we didn't get much time together or you didn't get to spend time with other people who were there that you knew were there or other leaders, I want to apologize on behalf of anybody. It totally was not intentional. It's so busy. Literally, like I didn't even get to experience the Thrive skin line because I didn't want to leave and miss any part of the day. So, and then afterwards, when it was time to leave, I was hustling to get from there to dinner to the VIP party and everything. I did not even leave to go potty or eat lunch that day, and I had no water. So it was constant hustle bustle, but I love it. I'm just so excited, and I want to tell you guys that I promise it was not intentional. If I missed you or if we didn't get to talk a long time, I wish we had more time. It would have been super cool to have an extra day. But that just didn't work out in this trip. And a lot of you guys also went home right away on Sunday as well. So, real quick, you guys, the 200K pay, I know I've talked about this a lot. I want you guys to know what these packages, the 800 pack or any of the promoter packs, the way that your upline gets paid on that is it goes up 4 levels. It goes up 4 levels. So for the majority of you guys, since the tree goes like this and I'm up here, for the majority of you guys are so low that I'm not going to see a dime from that. And that's not what this is about. And so I want to stress that a lot because when I was first coming into this industry, I thought it was so stupid. Like, why do you have to pay to go to conference? Why do you have to pay to sell your product? Why do you have to? And that was my mentality back then. I just wanted product for free. And then I realized, you know what, conference, I'm investing in myself so that I can grow. And at the end of this, I'm going to share with you guys a picture of my very first conference because maybe you went to conference with one person from your team. Maybe you were the only person from your team. I'm going to show you what my first conference looked like and share with you where I went, what my life looked like at the end of that month and then in the next 2 months from that. So all of that to say that is if that's your mindset, you're looking at this totally wrong. I'm not trying to hit a record-breaking month, so that's not why I want your 800 pack. It's not about me. I'm not trying to hit record sales on packages. I'm not trying to have the biggest commission check, and I'm not like, messaging your uplines like, oh, you're going to have an amazing check or anything like that. This is truly about you guys. So if you guys invest in the 800 pack, you're going to get paid as a 200K for the next 16 weeks, you guys. As a 200K, your pay doubles from 4% on unilevel commissions to now 8% on unilevel commissions. So that's literally double on unilevel commissions. Not only that, you're getting paid 8 levels deep versus whatever rank you're at right now. You're either getting paid 3 levels or you're getting paid 7 levels. Unless you're 80K or 200K, you're getting paid 8 levels. So you'll unlock all of that commission. And of course, with everybody, the deeper you go, the more team, the larger your team is. Let me mute this real quick. But the deeper you go, the larger your team is. So you're going to collect on all this volume that's down here that maybe you aren't even touching right now. So when we are telling you guys or suggesting, hey, get the 800 pack, it's available till 11:59 Eastern time tonight. It's truly to benefit you. I did it when I first enrolled. I know Taryn did. I know Rachel Parks did. Anybody who is, I'll tell you that the people that I truly see as 40K, 80K, and especially 200K in the future, those are the people that have already invested in this and didn't hesitate. So I hope you guys will consider that. If you don't, that's okay. You're totally not going to break my bank. You're not going to affect my paycheck. And I am just saying this for you guys and hoping that you guys catch the vision because you're going to make that $100 back within your first, depending how big your team is. It could be within your first paycheck. It could be within your first couple weeks of pay. So moving on, conference, you guys, back to conference guests. There were so many of you guys who attended your conference or the conference this weekend, and it was your very first time. And I know so many of you guys, the messages. And so when we go on getaways and when we go to conference, I always have a chat room of all the people who qualified for the getaway or all the people who purchased tickets for the conference. And that chat was so on fire, or the messages that I got personally in my inbox, or the people who said, who I chatted with while we were there, or the text message I've received, it's like, people are so fired up. They're so excited. And I want them to share their fire with you and why they're so glad that they took that time to go and invested in themselves and made the sacrifice to be there. Cause I know it's not easy. My first conference, I had brought all the cash that I had to my name just to get a ticket that was a sold out event. And I was surviving on PB&Js and staying in a hotel room with 8 women. I get it. We needed to break it down to $35 a night for us to be able to stay, for me to be able to afford it. So anyways, first person I'd love to chat with tonight is Christy Campbell. Christy, are you on?
I'm here.
Yay, okay. I don't know if I can hear you very good. Maybe it's just my volume on my computer.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know that this was your first conference, and if you could just tell us like a little bit about like how long you've been with Le-Vel, what you thought about conference, what it's going to do for you.
For sure. So I started back in November 2017. I didn't really start promoting until April last year, which was right before conference. And I made all the excuses. I'm too broke. I can't go. Man, I wish that I had split the room with 20 people. I don't care how many. I wish I had been there. So I moved up to 12K, and something that I learned at conference is I definitely should have gotten the car. I did take a fall from 12K, and at conference I found a new motivation that I never had before conference, like never since the day I started. I realized that I thought that I had worked hard and I put in a good solid 2 or 3 months. Who am I kidding? You can't be 200K with 3 months of work. Like, I remember back to you showing us your organization notebook, and you had like page after page after page. And I told Michelle, I was like, we have maybe 30 names, not 30 pages. You want me to just keep going, or did you have specifics? Okay. So something that they said at conference, one of the motivational speakers, was that 6 conversations in person is like 200 conversations online. So I realized that I need to get off Facebook so much, because that's working, but it's more powerful in person. An idea that I came up with is to have Thrive skin parties, and Paul's always saying get 100 free accounts. So I'm going to tell them that they have to register for the party. They have to give me their name, first name, last name, and email, and make a free account. So that is something that I really want to push for. And you can put it in the little tiny sample pots and even sell those. Something else was being consistent on social media. That just goes back to, I think that I worked hard, but I didn't. Being there and seeing that many 200Ks up on stage and seeing that they're just normal people, like not all of them are this supermodel, picture perfect, great speaker. They're just normal people that put in the hard work for longer than I did. Like, we did all the same things. They just stayed at it. I also learned that you're supposed to invest in your business. Like, when you get started out, you may not have any money getting started. There's someone up there that was 200K that had their car and home repoed. They were homeless. Now they're 200K. I may be wrong. Was she a millionaire? I don't know.
I can't remember. Do you know her name?
I'll have to look it up and share it in the group. But you can start from nothing. And when you start making commissions, don't put those in your pocket. Put it back into your business. There's a lot of people in different businesses that I watch, especially Gary Vee. He talks about invest in your company. Do that. Buy the $800 pack and do it. And the last thing that I really learned, and it brought me to tears at conference, I kept texting Deanna. I was like, I don't know why I'm crying, but I'm just so happy and motivated, was that at some point you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I go to work every day from 8 to 5 or 6, and I put in all this work for a company that hadn't given me a raise in 4 years of being there. They say, you know, I'm one of their best employees, but yeah, right. So I realized that if I ever want to be full-time in this, I've got to dedicate just as much effort into Thrive and Thrive Skin as I do my current job. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be worn out. But I've got to get out there and show people that I'm not just posting online that I have all this energy and I feel good. Show them. Go do events, get out, go meet people. And eventually, if you work just as hard at both, you can quit that other job and be full-time with Le-Vel.
So many good golden nuggets there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really love how you said being there and seeing the people that were on stage, the successful people, the people where you want to be, the 200Ks, the millionaires. It literally is every body type, every hair color, every personality. I mean, you guys saw Taryn up there. Taryn is probably the most introverted person that I know myself. And anybody can do it. And by the way, shout out to you guys who are on here. Not only the guest speakers, you guys are awesome, because some of you, it's your very first time doing this, and I'm really proud of you. This is a step in getting to that next level for you to be doing this with your own team. But also for those of you guys who have your cameras on tonight, I think that that's awesome because it allows us to interact and see and engage and like put faces with names. And I'm just really proud of you guys for doing that. I love when people have their videos on. So thank you guys. So Christy, that was awesome. Thank you so much. And I love what you also said about, you know, the 200Ks. You realize that you're no different than them. They're just real people. They've just been doing this either longer, or they've been sticking with it for more than 3 months, or like fully involved and engulfed in their business versus like, you know, just when it's convenient type thing. Because we all get distracted. We all get discouraged. Life happens. It's going to happen to everyone. If you think that my life has just been just a smooth ride and I just got lucky, you got it all wrong. But you guys, a lot of you have just come in when it's this chapter and didn't get to see the rest of it. So, okay, next I would love for Jessica to come on. Where are you? I had seen you on here.
Right here.
Okay, so Jessica, if you'll share, I know you and your husband just got started in this business, and I would love for you to talk about that. And then you guys pulled the trigger and came to your first conference like super fast, which is really impressive.
Well, he didn't get to go. He stayed home with all the kids so that I could go, because I was like, no, I'm going. I'm doing this. Because so many people said that go if you want to grow, which I did. And the whole time was like super motivating, and it just like gave you the determination to want to do it. And I yesterday sat in the crowd, and as like Taryn was speaking and Brittany was speaking, was emailing people, like blowing people's phones up. Paul was talking and I was blowing people's phones up and getting customer orders, and then hit my rank at the conference. So I was like, yes, like definitely something that pushed that extra little push. And I didn't really start until last month. Like I didn't really give it a shot. I just kind of floated by and did what I needed to do in my personal life. And then I was like, all right, I've got to do this. I've got to. But I think that this like gave that extra motivation to want to just do it.
That sounds so much like my story. I love that because I sat on it too. Like I didn't get it for a while. And then after I went to my first conference, it was like game on.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And everybody was like happy, like positive. Like I'm not one for like groups because I get so like overwhelmed and anxious. And the whole time there was none of that. It was like being in a room with like 1,000 people, but feeling like you're only in there with like your best friend. Like everybody was great.
Love that. So do you have any like aha moments you want to share? Anything that really stood out to you?
Mine was more of like when people were talking about if you're not where you want to be, then you have to face whatever you're fearing and just do it. And I think it's pushing past just that one thing to kind of push you over the edge. And I actually, on my flight home today, sat next to this girl, and we started talking like right away. And I'm one to talk, but I'm not one to talk at the same time. And she actually signed up with me before the end of the flight because we just sat and talked, and I was talking about, you know, how we're going to be able to qualify to go to Jamaica. And she is like, you know, Denver's cold and I just want to be next to a beach. And I'm like, me too, girl, me too. So if if you join my team, then we can qualify together, and both of us could be sitting on a beach in Jamaica in October. And so as soon as the plane landed and we had enough service to create an account, she signed up with me. But like, I think this whole experience just kind of pushed that to like the next level.
Gave you that confidence to just
Yeah.
like kind of get over yourself and just do it. Like if somebody says no, it's going to be okay.
I'm like, if Taryn can go live in front of all these people and not have had the courage to do even a live Facebook, I can talk to the person next to me on the plane. Like,
so true. Absolutely. Awesome job. I'm really proud of you for being there. I'm so glad that you did that. And thank you for sharing with all of us tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on, skin, you guys. Hopefully you guys have seen some of the videos about skin. If you guys were on the live feed for the conference, you guys saw everything. It's going to be really exciting. Like I said early on in this, I did not leave conference. I didn't get out to go potty, to get water, to eat lunch, nothing. I didn't want to miss anything, so I didn't make it to skin. But you guys, it's 3 steps, and it has CBD oil in it. And those steps are peel, reduce, and restore. And I cannot wait to try it. But in the meantime, so many of our promoters did have time to go during conference or after or before, and their experience has been insane. So I've got 3 guests tonight that are going to share what happened to them, and they're going to tell us about the product. Like, is it heavy? Is it light? Does it smell? How about sensitive skin? So we've got all of that kind of stuff coming. Also, you guys, if you got the $800 package to be paid as a 200K, just think about all the skin orders that you're going to be paid double on. Oh, just saying. So let's start with Jerica. Where's my girl? There she is.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay.
So tell us about skin. What did you think?
Well, I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to order it. I did it on my hands because I have sensitive skin. Most skincare products burn my face or make it break out in hives, so I was really hesitant to do it first on my face. So my hands are normally like really, really rough, and it's genetically. So I did that. And step 1, like within seconds, you could literally see the skin beating off my hands, like all that dead skin, everything, which completely wowed me. Then the reduce and restore, they were very light. I don't remember a fragrance at all. It was very refreshing, and it left my hands very soft and smooth. Like I could not stop touching my hand the whole day. I was obsessed with it because I was like, oh my gosh, it's not rough anymore. Like, is this even possible? Like, it was amazing.
That's pretty crazy. From super rough hands to silky smooth, it sounds like.
Yes.
So was the first one, the peel, like when I think of peels, I'm thinking like exfoliating, like little beads and stuff, thick. Was it anything like that at all?
No, she put a very small amount onto my hand because a little bit goes a long way. And you just like rub it in like a cream. And like as you're rubbing all over and you keep rubbing, you just start noticing all the skin beating off. And then you just wiped it lightly with like water, and you made sure it was dry before you continued on to the other steps.
Super interesting. Okay, very cool. Thank you for sharing that. So Rita, hey, where are you joining us from tonight? Hold on, you're muted. Let me unmute you. There you are.
Hello. Hi. Hi, I'm joining from Texas, Bryan
Okay.
College Station, Giga East, but from California.
Yes, in Texas for now.
Yes, in Texas
So
right now.
I think when we spoke, I think you said you have really, really sensitive facial skin.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do. Very sensitive skin. Not only that, I do have flare-ups on my skin. And so I was very, very apprehensive about using any type of skin product. I wear lipstick, but I don't wear makeup. If I do, it's the same brand. So I use everything the same. I'm pretty boring.
Right, because you don't want to break out or have a flare up.
Right, yes, because I'll break out. I'll end up in the hospital. I have ended up in the hospital before because of laundry detergent. So
Oh my
I've
gosh, so
always
super sensitive.
yeah, very sensitive. So when they said, try on your hands or your face, I was first going to go and do just my hands. But then I said, you know what? I know what Thrive, the 3 steps have done for me. So I'm just going to go for it and try my face. And I did. And it was obviously I did not break out. And I was step 1, the peel. I had it on my hands. And she had said, rub it in a circular motion. So I started rubbing it on my hands and I went, whoa, wait a minute. Let me go to my face. So I did do my face and it was like a peel. It was kind of like lotion. And I want to say like when you're, what I could take it to is like when you're taking a shower and maybe you're dirty and you scrub the skin off and you have dirt coming off. That's what it was with the face.
Really?
Yes,
So interesting.
That's what that was. And then soon after that, she gave us a little cloth. We wiped it off and then put on the step 2, which is the reduce, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I did that. Again, very cool. Nothing burning, nothing at all. And then after that, the restore went on right after. And I was still waiting for that reaction, that stinging, that something. And no, the only thing I felt was the cool and the softness of it was just beyond amazing. It was very, very soft. Yes, my face felt soft. And even the following day, it was still real soft.
Did you notice any kind of difference in complexion or like
yes.
maybe fine lines or anything like that? What did you notice?
Yes. I do wear glasses, so I do have some wrinkles on my nose here, the bridge of my nose, and I noticed those weren't as definite. They had, I guess, filled in. I'm not sure. Whatever, it did. I have dark circles under my eyes. Those weren't as prevalent. My eyes are also very dry around them, and even that was gone. So it looked like I had taken selfies with the filter.
Oh my God, I love that.
Filter.
I love that comparison.
Yeah.
It really, I have to agree. Actually, there was somebody with some picture was going around. I don't know whose it is. And I was like, no, I think they just put like a softening filter on the picture. So I zoomed into her shirt because it was like a lacy purple shirt. And I zoomed in to see if the shirt was any different and softer. So I could see, because I'm still such a skeptic about anything. Even Thrive pictures, like all nitpick and like, and no, like that was truly exactly what you said, is that it softens your appearance. So, and one thing, which
it does.
Yeah. And so I'm glad you brought up too about like the wrinkles and stuff, because Jason was reiterating that, this isn't like a plastic in a bottle. It's not going to, you're going to put it on and then 30 seconds, 60, 90 seconds later, you're going to see, you're going to see the wrinkles gone. And then you put a wet washcloth on yourself and then the plastic rinses off with it and then it comes back. This is something repetitive use. Like, yes, you might see some things, but with repetitive use, your results are going to be longer term, just like with, quality grade skin nutrition, quality grade skin products. And that's what we have here. So I love that you related it too with the 3 steps. Like you knew what that's done for you and you trusted this company to have you in good hands.
Yes, definitely. And that's what I was laughing. Martha, my upline, I go, oh my gosh, look, I look like I have a bad case of dandruff because I had on a black shirt and the dead skin that was coming off was on my shoulders.
That's so funny. I love it. Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you. Yeah,
absolutely. All right. So, Miss Brittany, where are you?
Hello.
There you are.
I had to step out. Finn was being kind of loud, so.
Aww. Well, it was so nice meeting you and your family for the first time this weekend. You have, I told you before, but you have a beautiful family, and I just admire you guys so much for that.
It was so great meeting you and attending conference and everything, so.
Yeah, great. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So tell me about your skin experience at the conference.
So I typically don't put anything on my skin besides makeup. Like I don't usually use like a moisturizer or anything like that. So I was kind of hesitant, especially when I heard the word peel, because I'm like, okay, is that going to smell like a chemical? Is it going to be harsh on my skin? But it really wasn't, and it had no odor. Like I am really big on odor, so I smell it right away, and there was no odor to it, and it immediately started like balling up skin onto my hands. I did my hands, and you could just see all the little balls. It reminded me of when you get a sunburn and you like rub your skin and it starts to like peel off, basically, you know. And once I wiped that off using the other 2 steps, it really softened my skin. My pores are even different today. So after like washing my hands and everything and doing dishes, my pores look reduced and the redness was down on my hands. And it almost appears that like my swelling went down on my hand in my picture too.
Wow. So interesting. So was your hand swollen before?
I think they were.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely tell like in between the two pictures that I posted too, that one of my hands, I mean, the other hand still looked quite red and swollen.
Wow. So crazy. Well, you guys will have to share your pictures, or everybody, you know, go to your pages and see them. There's something I was going to ask you. Oh, all of you guys have mentioned after you did the peel, you wiped your face. So do you wipe your face in between each step, or is it like the peel, you just dry and make sure it's clean before you put on the next step?
For me, they just had like these tiny little round cotton things. They got wet and I just wiped my hand and then let it air dry and then did the next 2 steps without wiping after those 2.
Okay. Very cool. Also, I remember he said you could put this on even with makeup on. So you could use the 3 steps with makeup on, preferably with your makeup off and washed face. But he said that if you did it with your makeup, it would be okay. So that's kind of cool too. Yeah. Perfect. Well, that's awesome. And the pore thing, the pore reduction is like, who doesn't want that? Like women anyways. So very, very cool. Thank you so much. You guys have done awesome. So I want to share with you guys, those of you who were at conference, it's easy to leave inspired and excited, but it will fade, you guys. It will totally, like, you're going to hit a point at some point, whether it's, you know, in 3 weeks, or maybe it's 3 months, or even 7 months before your next conference, and you're going to feel down. The excitement will wear off. The aha moments will be like long gone. Hopefully you wrote those things down. But still, you're not going to feel the same hype that you feel right now. And what you do when that is gone is what is the difference between where you're at right now and where you want to be. So even when that excitement fades, when that willpower and that determination, everything that you're feeling right now, you feel like a rocket ship, like you're about to take off and everything is just like the fire is going. Like last night for me, I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't even make sense of my words. I was texting some of you guys. I went live. I couldn't even communicate, but because everything's like going crazy in my head. But what you do when those things disappear and the memories fade and your mind starts going blank and you feel like you're not bringing anything to the table, that is what is going to make or break you, you guys. That's what's going to make you either stay where you're at right now or drop, or you go to your goal level, whether that's 4K or that's 40K or 200K. So got to stay consistent. I love what Christy said about the 200Ks. The only difference is that they kept going when the going got tough. And you guys, I want to share with you. And let me say one thing real quick. Tonight's homework for you is to take a magic marker, lipstick, a dry erase marker if you have that, whatever, and write something on a mirror that you see every single day, like your bathroom mirror, or a friend of mine, she used to write her goal in her rear view mirror on her car, and it was in her bathroom mirror as well, like everywhere she had it, in her hall mirror. And maybe that's a ring, But more importantly, like I would love to have you guys write some kind of emotion, like what fires you up, like what sets you on fire. Maybe it's a place you want to go or some kind of emotion you came away from conference with. Write that down so that when you see that, you get that like fire in your soul again. So, okay, I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to show you guys. You've heard my story. My first conference, I went broke, super duper broke. And I had no idea what that conference was going to do for me. And I'm sharing this with you guys because maybe you went to your first conference and you had one promoter, or you had no promoters from your team, or maybe you felt either disconnect or you felt like, I'm just not sure, like it's cool to see Deanna's team, or it's cool to see Dana Angela's team, whoever, Taryn's team, but like, I don't think I could ever be like that. Like I'm not her, right? So I want to show you guys my first conference, okay? One second. Okay, this is my first conference, you guys. Obviously on the left is me. And this is not Le-Vel conference, obviously. This is my very first company that I was with, and then I came to Le-Vel almost 2 years ago. So I'm on the left. One of my uplines is in the middle, and then one of my promoters is on my right. That's my team picture, 2014. So right after this conference is when, well, during conference, I got really fired up, and I was so excited, and I knew that I was destined for more. And at that point, and remember how bad I was struggling, right? But I didn't let that struggle keep me from making the sacrifice to be there. So I came away from that conference like, you know what? These people are normal. These people are just like you and I. These people, there's not a specific body type, shape, whatever, hair color, eye color, whatever, personality type. And if they can do it, I can do it too. And so just a couple months, let me make sure you guys are all muted. There we are. But anyway, came away from that, and knowing that and having that fuel like lighting me up, I was able to promote to my next rank by the end of that month. You guys see here, this is posted at the end of this month, and I still was able to rank up. I just went on fire. And then the next month, I ranked up again to a major rank in our company, a major leadership rank. And then that month after that, I retired. Like I replaced my income for my job, you guys. I went from this picture to be able to replacing my income as a chiropractic assistant and leaving, and I have never been back since to work. This is all I have done. So I'm sharing that with you guys so that you guys know that so much is possible. And I know what you guys are capable of. You guys have to know what you're capable of too, even when the times get tough. So I hope that inspires you guys to dream bigger and to know that no matter where you are, no matter how many people or how few people you have locked arms with, that you have a team behind you and all above you, all around you that's going to help you. Whether they're sidelines or uplines or downlines, it doesn't matter. There's so many people here. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you learned something and took something away from this. Thank you guys for all of you who shared on this. Thank you guys for being on, and especially you guys who have your videos on. I love it because I get to see your faces. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you. Bye.